The thing about apps like Obsidian is that you've been handed the keys to a state-of-the-art hovercraft. And with great power comes great responsibility. We can get lost once we start looking into the settings. There are so many things we can do. So you have to ask yourself, why? Like, why enable starred files? Why enable page preview? Now, is it because you don't want to forget a certain file? Then yeah, do the starred file. That's an easy one. But as you start looking at these settings, they're very intimidating because there's so much that you can do. And we have to keep in mind Gall's law, which is simply this. Any complex system was created from a bunch of simple systems that have stood the test of time. You can't create complex systems from scratch and hope that they'll work. They're fragile, they'll break because they're not tested. They're not forged through actual use. So the same thing applies once we start thinking in terms of structure, even though right now we're just talking about settings. Less is more. We grow as we go. So let's keep that in mind. Let's dive in. So picking up from where we left off, let's make a new note, and I'm going to paste in the next lesson. The 8 most important settings in Obsidian. Obsidian is full of so many settings, so just choosing 8 was kind of a difficult thing to do, but we're going to keep it simple, and we're going to find out, hey, we don't have to touch those other settings, and everything just works. So first, let's explore a little bit. We're going to go to this cog icon, which is the settings, and open up this pop-up window. Now, exit out of there by clicking away. Let's start with the editor first, and let's go to the first one. So here's the editor, and we're going to go down this list a little bit. First one, the automatic settings that they have is what you'll need. Don't have to do anything, but if you'd like, hey, turn on spell check. So that's number 1. Easy, right? Number 2, we're going to look at the plugin menu, plugins menu. And there are 3 things that we will do. Okay, so plugin. I guess I had it spelled right. First one, remember how in the previous video we started to add tags? Well, now let's turn on the tag pane, and it's going to show up right here. Okay, so we'll return that shortly. Page preview, very cool for a future video. We'll turn it on now. And starred notes, so we don't forget those notes that we might want to keep handy. Let's exit out of here. So what did we do? We created this, we enabled the tag pane, and that has created this. So now we can click on concept, and we can see the times that concept comes up. We can click on people and see when people comes up. And we can go back to the backlinks tab and back to the tags. So that's the tag, and let's go back to folder. Page preview, we'll look at in the future. Starred notes. So now we have this starred note here, and what we can do is, let's say we want to star this note, we can go up to the more options part of this note, which is sort of this sandwich, these 3 circles, and we can go down and star this note. Now when we have, what do we have there? 8 notes, it's not a big deal, but when you have 800 notes or even just 80 notes, you might want to star something. Then you can just go here really quickly. Let's imagine I was on Note Star and I wanted to get back to the topic for this conversation. Then I just click back to our note. Cool, right? I like to stay on File Explorer on the side, and that's halfway through. So let's go now to the next part of the settings. Just File and Deleted Files. So it's important that we decide where we want to keep our files. Now for me, I kind of like to keep it in the system trash. And what that means is it's your computer, your file system's trash. Let's explore that really fast. Let's say I create a new note and I title it Nonsense. I don't want to keep it, so I right click and I'll hit delete. And I'll confirm that it's deleted. So where did it go? It actually just went to the Max trash folder, and here it is. So that's what I would prefer that you do. Then you always know where deleted notes go, and you want them to go somewhere you're familiar with. All right, going on to the next one. This is bolded because out of everything in the settings, I find this to be the most important one, especially once you start linking and changing the names of the files that you link to. You want them to always update. Turn this on. So now That means, see this note, never note? It's linked to NoteStar, right? So what if we change NoteStar to NoteStar 2? I click away, it gives me this up here, updated 3 links in one file. So now I'm going to go to Nevernote and check this out. Nevernote has updated NoteStar 2. That means that when I command click on it, it takes me to NoteStar. So that is so crucial. This is the most important setting in anything that you do with Obsidian. Turn it on. Now, final 2, let's look at appearance. We have dark mode and we have light mode. Hopefully that didn't hurt your eyes too much. We're going to explore themes in an upcoming video, and also we're going to explore custom themes. That will be pretty fun. Right now, we won't touch them too much. And finally, in an upcoming video, we're going to look at hotkeys, so we can do a preview like that with a touch of a button and really see what this format might look like when it's outside of the edit mode of Markdown. So the settings are just another control panel on your hovercraft. Make a few round trips first before you try to fine-tune your experience. That way you know what you're looking for and what you're trying to accomplish. But it's not the settings for translucency, as cool as that is. That's not what brought you to an app like Obsidian. It's the ability to write and think and link ideas like never before. So make sure your best attention is going to the writing and the thinking and the linking. And if you like this video, next up we're going to cover custom themes. Dark mode, light mode, and all the things in between. So you can customize that look. We're not going to dwell on it because we want to write, think, and link, but that doesn't mean that we can't create something that looks a lot of fun to use. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you did enjoy it, maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already, or leave a comment down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.